Beneath Cairo's ancient skies, a shadow war brews. Israel's deadly ambition reaches deep into Egypt's heart, targeting Hamas leaders, defying sovereignty, and threatening a fragile ceasefire. Egypt stands poised, 40,000 troops ready, while secrets unravel. But why would Israel risk turning a mediator into an enemy? The answer lies ahead. The Middle East stands on edge as Egypt has uncovered what it calls an active Israeli conspiracy to assassinate Hamas leaders on Egyptian soil. In an exclusive Middle East Eye report, senior Egyptian security officials revealed intelligence showing Israel has been plotting to target Hamas figures in Cairo for an extended period.
Intelligence reports suggest that Israel has been plotting to assassinate Hamas leaders in Cairo for some time, as Egypt had already foiled an earlier attempt during ceasefire negotiations in the city over the past 2 years.
The revelations come in the wake of deadly Israeli airstrikes on residential buildings in Doha, Qatar. The attack targeted Hamas leadership and has sent shockwaves across the region, raising fundamental questions about sovereignty and the rules of engagement in this expanding conflict.
Any attempt on the lives of Hamas leaders on Egyptian soil would be considered by Egypt as a violation of its sovereignty and, accordingly, a declaration of war by Israel, which we would not hesitate to retaliate against.
This is not mere diplomatic posturing. According to Middle East Eye reporting from August 19th, Egypt has reportedly deployed around 40,000 troops along its border with Gaza. The message is clear: Cairo is preparing for all possibilities. The Hamas leader's presence in Egypt adds another layer of complexity to this crisis. Although it has not been officially declared that Hamas figures live in Egypt, the security source confirmed to Middle East Eye.
Several have resided in the country for years, even before the current Gaza war. Their identities, numbers, and exact locations remain undisclosed for security reasons.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has shown no signs of backing down. In his video address following the Doha strikes, he issued a broader threat that extends far beyond Qatar's borders.
I say to Qatar and all nations who harbor terrorists, you either expel them or you bring them to justice. Because if you don't, we will.
Netanyahu drew parallels to America's response after September 11th, arguing,
We did exactly what America did when it went after the terrorists, the Al-Qaeda terrorists, in Afghanistan, and after they went and killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan.
According to Israeli officials who confirmed to the Jerusalem Post, the target of the operation appears to have been Khalil al-Hayya, the leader of Hamas. While Hamas claims al-Hayya survived the attack, he has not been seen publicly since September 9th. His sons were reportedly killed in the strike, along with several other officials. The immediate aftermath of the Doha strike has triggered what appears to be a fundamental realignment in regional relationships. Egypt, which has served as a crucial mediator between Israel and Palestinian factions for decades, is now pulling back from that role in dramatic fashion. Al Arabiya reported that Egypt has decided to scale back security coordination with Israel until further notice in direct response to the Doha strike. Sources told the network that Cairo is conducting a complete reorganization of its security communications with Israel. Meanwhile, an unnamed Egyptian official told CNN that Cairo had warned Washington any Israeli action on Egyptian soil would have serious consequences. The breakdown in communication appears complete. One senior intelligence official told Middle East Eye last week, prior to the Doha attack, that
correspondence between Egypt and Israel has been completely cut off, with no progress in talks to secure a truce in Gaza.
But perhaps most significantly, for the broader regional balance, Egypt is now reportedly considering hosting Hamas leaders currently based in Doha. A Hamas source told multiple outlets that Cairo is weighing whether to provide sanctuary to Palestinian faction leaders targeted by Israel's expanding operations. However, this potential move comes with conditions. The Hamas source indicated that Egypt may only consider such hosting arrangements if it receives guarantees from the United States, given Cairo's wariness about accommodating a large Hamas leadership presence linked to the Muslim Brotherhood. The regional implications extend well beyond bilateral relationships. The same Hamas source revealed that Egypt, Turkey and Saudi Arabia are now in discussions about coordinated responses toward both Washington and Jerusalem, with Egyptian officials reportedly concluding that Israel's right-wing government does not respect it. A prominent security analyst speaking to Middle East Eye on condition of anonymity explained the deeper stakes for Cairo.
Egypt is not defending Hamas. It views the group with suspicion and ties it to the outlawed Muslim Brotherhood. But Egypt sees itself as the most strategic Arab country, and any Israeli strike on its soil would be seen as a form of humiliation. Egypt's ability to act as a credible mediator in Gaza would collapse if Israel were allowed to carry out assassinations in Cairo unchecked. The country's regimes have invested heavily in this role. An attack in the capital would shatter that image and show the region that Egypt cannot even protect its own backyard.
Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Atti met with Qatari officials in Doha on September 11th to discuss ways to confront the dangerous Israeli escalation and reaffirmed Egypt's full solidarity with Qatar, according to diplomatic sources. As negotiations for a Gaza ceasefire remain deadlocked, Egypt has accused Israel of obstructing aid deliveries and ignoring Cairo's humanitarian demands. Diplomatic sources describe Egyptian-Israeli communications as having reached their lowest point.